Well, hello, and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. This is the tarot reading for serious tarot readers. I've done tarot for over 20 years, astrology for over 50. Astrology is the science of cycles within cycles within cycles within cycles. Tarot is the science of potential. Okay? I have never in my 20 years doing tarot ever seen anyone forecast with any kind of accuracy the future. That's why, among other reasons, I see tarot as the science of potential. For example, on the screen you're looking at 5 cards. That's all you're going to get. They're not going to spin around. They're not going to dance. They're going to smile at you. You're not going to see rainbows and unicorns and whatever. We don't do those kind of readings. These are extremely serious times, critical in terms of human history. At least in terms of human history over the last 7,000 years. You start getting past 7,000 to 8, 9, 10, 11,000. Things get very hinky because you're talking about the Greater Dryas, you're talking about the Ice Ages, you're talking about probably a solar flare or two, and then you get on the other side of that stuff, and it appears there were phenomenal civilizations, very likely beyond what we have today. We don't know. We're still putting parts and pieces together. We're getting some interference, but that's why we focus on the past 6,000, 7,000 years. We have a fair record, although tainted, but a fair record of what went on. It gives us a chance to kind of figure things out a little bit. And within that 6,000 to 7,000 year period, we have never faced a crisis like we're facing right now. The extinction of humanity on so many levels, it's almost ridiculous. We've poisoned our land, our water, our food. Our government is out to diminish the population. They say by 2050, they want down to about 500 million people or less. On a planet with 8 billion, that means 9 out of 10 people are going to have to die prematurely between now and 2050. That's their plan. You're going to have nothing and you're going to be happy. They've said it. Let's see, what else have they done? Okay, nuclear war, destroying economies, destroying civilizations, anything they get their hands on, they're wrecking. And we are hitting, at this moment, a critical point. I said I've done astrology for over 50 years. I have a lot of friends who do astrology. And if you take a look at the astrology for the next, year, we are going through something horrendous. Now, it can turn out well and maybe even create the opportunity for humanity as good as it's ever been. But equally, we can go through the strainer and see humanity disappear. Both are equally possible at this point. And apparently we're having election issues. I guess there's one in Romania now where they're saying it's false. There have been other places. And of course, we have our election coming up, I think on the 5th of November. And the astrology says, you want a shit show? Man, we're in line for one right now. Because the election results will be controversial. For whatever particular reason, I don't know. But no matter who wins, probably the other side is not going to be happy with it. And if I had a choice, there is one side in particular that's going to make noise and attempt to tear everything down. If they get their way, that's the end of humanity. I mean, it's that simple. What they are promoting, what they have been promoting, is the destruction of humanity. But along with that debated, if you will, or argued election, the whole time up until January 20, when there may or may not be an inauguration, look for them to pull out all the stops. Meaning that whatever the result, they're going to look to tear things down. So the deep state is going to start coming up with all kinds of ideas, from UFOs, from civil disobedience. There's talk about bringing in the army for martial law to control so that we're safe. If anybody buys the idea you have to give up your freedom to be safe, you're a moron. Ben Franklin said, if you give up your freedom for security, you deserve neither. That's going to be the pitch. Oh, we're here to protect you. Oh, we're here to protect you. Oh, it's safe and effective. Safe and effective. Turns out to be neither. Turns out to be the critical step to complete control. That's why they want electronic cars. All they have to do is hit one algorithm. All electric cars can't run, period. You can't do anything with it. That's why they want to electrify the banks with CBC or whatever they want to come up with, because one algorithm and all the banks are closed. You can't get your money. That's why they want you to have electric appliances, not gas appliances, because one algorithm change, boom, you got no power. You got no money. You got no food. You got no transportation. You got nothing. And we're at that point. I think it's, as I said, it's going to probably extend for a full year, and I think it'll take longer than that to really sort things through if we survive. But between now and January 20, they're going to pull out all the stops. They're going to lie to you left and right. They're going to make up shit left and right. They're going to make you scared like they did 4 years ago, and look what it did. Easiest way to manipulate somebody, make them afraid. Because human beings at their core are cowards. So if you can scare the shit out of them, you got them. And that's what they're going to try to do. But they will continue after that point as we get into April, May, June, July. There will be another real critical time period. There are a number of ways it could turn out, and I don't want to get into the astrology of it, but I just want you to understand, since tarot is the science of potential, you want to grab potential. And if this resonates with you, run. Go for it. If it doesn't resonate, don't worry. Out of 10 people, 9 of them are not going to resonate. They'll get some information from this that'll be helpful, but they're not going to resonate. That's okay. We got tomorrow, next week, next month. Eventually, you're going to resonate. When you do resonate with it, it hits you in your soul, your spirit, go like hell. Don't ask questions, just go. Doors open. So that's where we're at today. That's where we're at right now. And I just want to state again, this will be the toughest time in our nation's history since the beginning. And it may, in effect, be the toughest time for humanity in the last 7,000 years. That's how much is at stake. You can play your part by focusing on your potential. So let's get to it. Middle card is the Oracle card. Today it's Yin. Yin, female energy. Yes. Soft energy. Yes, but powerful energy. Okay? The number up in the left-hand corner is 2, meaning decision, cooperation. How about making the decision to cooperate with yourself? How about making the decision to strengthen your inner core, your integrity, your intellect, your intuition? How about making a decision? That's soft energy. That's not obvious energy. It's not energy that anybody would see, but it's critical. It's the stuff that goes on behind the scenes that you got to pay attention to. And even though more and more people are becoming aware and paying attention behind the scenes, a lot of people still have their heads up their ass. But remember this. Whatever is going on behind the scenes, whatever doesn't make it to the headlines, we are being pushed, we are being forced. The CIA, the FBI, among other organizations, have been working behind the scenes for years, telling us they're doing one thing while they're doing something else. I could literally run on for hours with historical information that you would not believe, information that they have kept away from people of the world, let alone the United States, things that would have made a critical difference in bettering our lives. But they'd have to give up power, not the game. So, here's the meme for today. When we're talking about energy, power behind the scenes, force, no matter how concealed, begets resistance. And you're seeing that happen more and more with people. Worldwide, people are beginning to wake up. People are beginning to understand. They're not there yet. We've just lifted the lid on the toilet. But we're going to get a good look inside next spring. And I do mean toilet. That's why it's so critical from here on through January 20. Again, nothing is off the board. They've made that clear. Nothing is off the board. And then once you get past January 20, depending on what happens there, then there may be a little bit of a lull, and then we get into April, May, June, July, where I think we're going to have another issue. This is critical stuff. This isn't stuff, well, I'll wait till tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. Today is the date. Now is now. Take care of business. And the business is going on behind the scenes. Although by now, if you're semi-intelligent, you should be able to read the signs. But it's yin energy. It's nothing obvious. So let's go all the way to the left. Let's do the reading stuff here. We got the Queen of Swords. Swords are thoughts, ideas. Maybe some spirituality tossed in there just for good measure. Queen of Swords, she's very perceptive, very clever, very realistic and straight talking. Honest with herself. That is yin energy. She's not running around mouthing off to anybody else going, well, you should this, and you should. She's taking care of fixing up her stuff, clearing up her thought process, her thinking process. Very clear-minded. And what is she clear about? Page of Wands. Pages always change the storyline. She is looking to figure out a way to get to a happier place, a more joyful place, because that's what Wands are all about. Joy, gratitude, peace. Being plugged into your life. Not just existing, but actually living. What a concept. It is not, you will have nothing and be happy. You will have all the necessary stuff, the joy, the happiness, the friendships, the contentment, the gratitude. Those kinds of things, not more things, bigger houses, more cars, more, because you're putting money in their pocket. I'm hearing ads today, with the economy the way it is, there are businesses that are going, hey, look, you need the extra money to help yourself out of this stuff. Let's, your home is really good. Don't go to a bank. Let's use the equity in your home to be able to set you free. Well, the problem with that is you're giving up your home. Because that's ultimately where they're headed. They want your home. They want you with nothing. That's behind the scenes energy. They don't tell you up front. But yet, again, people get scared, they stop thinking. Next card is the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is nostalgia. There's a point in your life, a person, a place, a time, an energy where there was love, affection, positivity, warmth. Use that with the Queen of Wands mental energy and the Page of Wands deciding, I want a better life. I want a life that I'm plugged into. Go back to that Six of Cups place. You will have the opportunity. The Sun card is the final card in the reading. The Sun card energizes. The Sun card opens up doors. The Sun card is so very, very important. It illuminates. It's vitality. It's clarity. That's what you're looking for in your life. You're looking for that time or place where you have a level of comfort. It's never a sure thing. And we need to learn that. With freedom comes responsibility. And that may be the ultimate lesson that we're working on right now. But right now, for you, if it's resonating, do it behind the scenes. And pay attention to what's going on behind the scenes. Because that's going to make all the difference in the world. You want a life that you're plugged into? Or do you want nothing and try to be happy? It's a reading for today. Back again tomorrow with another Tao Tarot reading. Between now and the next time we manifest together, peace and blessings.